Introducing John Hanson.
What if I told you that win-win relationships are the most important thing to grow and scale your business to a level that you want to achieve? I think you would agree with that. What if I also told you that there is a number one platform that you're most likely underusing, the most powerful? I also think, what if you were missing most of your customers? If you don't identify and engage all of your customers, there's no way you can provide 5-star customer experience because you don't know who they are. I've been in customer-facing roles since I was 16 years old. Who started off their career in quick service food, in retail? Who started off like that, right? I did. That's a customer-facing role. What I love about this event, it's about what? Experiences, people, and innovation. 2/3 of that is about people. I would wager that you're sitting next to a people right now. It's about people, isn't it? It's about relationships, and we would agree with that. But I want to share 3 things. I want to give you 3 takeaways today when you leave here. Number 1, I want to share something that's going to rock your paradigm on who is a customer, because it totally changed my world several years ago when I discovered it. And you're not going to hear this anywhere else. I've written, spoken, talked, learned from some of the best thought leaders in customer experience, and nobody has this message. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to share some actionable insights you can take with you and start using today, and especially when you get back, to engage all 4 types of customers. And then I'm going to make sure I save time to share with you the number 1 win-win relationship tool that I used to stand here today, and to have dinner with a Hall of Fame athlete, and to connect with a business coach in Switzerland, and to earn record sales, B2B sales in an industry with no previous experience. Broke the record by 30%. And that's not because I can sell you this pen, because I am not a born salesperson. But I can earn trust, and I can leverage the tools available to me. So here we go. What are these 4 types of customers? Well, I asked myself, I know this seems like duh, you're in customer experience and you never asked yourself who is a customer. So I did. I went to the dictionary. Oh, this is exciting stuff, John. I am so glad we're going to talk about a dictionary today. But hang on, it gets better. Dictionary. Where does it come from? What does it mean? Turns out it's an old English word from several hundred years ago about accustomed, people you regularly interact with. Now, we hijacked that word and we put dollars and cents to it. I give you money, I give you pounds or pence, and you give me some good or service. But that's not at its origin. At its origin, it was about what? Relationships. People you regularly interacted with. So as I go through these 4 types of customers, as I go through them, they're going to get more important, not less. You're like, wait a minute, this sounds impossible. I'll prove it to you. So here we go. Customer number 1. External customers. Okay, that one makes sense, John. If we don't have enough external customers, then the doors are closed. We can't keep doing what we do. Got it. External. Well, let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about your experience here at EPI? Does that feel like a relationship, or does that feel like a test? Does that remind you of homework or your school days? Does that tell you anything? Oh, we are at 8.2 as opposed to a 6.7. We're moving up. It's measurable, yes, but it doesn't tell you anything. So what I want you to do is this. My recommendation is, rather than send out a survey, ask 3 questions of your external customers. Here they are. Number 1, why did you start with us? Number 2, why have you stayed with us? Number 3, why do you refer people to us? Ask those 3 questions, but don't ask them to just anybody. Ask them to your best ideal customers. The ones who have been with you the longest, the ones who are repeat business, and the ones who refer to you. Why? Because the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. The highest maintenance, lowest paying, ask your team, highest maintenance, lowest paying customers are the ones who are obviously you know what's going wrong, because they'll tell you. But what about those people that are the lifeblood of your business? What about them? You never had the experience where new cable subscribers get it for $50 a month, and because you're existing, you got to pay $200 a month, and it keeps going up and up. Thank you for being a long-standing customer. We're going to sock it to you. Oh, but if you're new, we love you. Don't be like that for your external customers, the ones that are the lifeblood of your business. Engage them. John Maxwell, in his book, Good Leaders Ask Great Questions, said, the quality of the answer is dependent upon the quality of the question. The better questions you ask, the better answers you get. Ask well-worded questions of your best clients, because you want more of those. Number 2, internal customers. Now remember, I said these get more important as we go. You're not allowed, I say this at every workshop, you are not allowed to tell your paying customers they are not the most important customer, okay? Please don't say that. John said, you are not the most important. Matter of fact, you're dead last. Don't say that. I didn't say that. But what I am saying to you is your internal customers are more important than your external. Sir Richard Branson, founder of Virgin, said, take the very best care of your people so they can take the very best care of your customers. If you don't take the best care of the people you have on your team and your vendors, your partners that you couldn't do business without, your customer experience will automatically suffer. So I want to give you some tips there. Guess where we're going to start? That's right, asking questions. 3 questions, here we go. Number 1, why did you join our team? Number 2, why have you stayed with our team? Number 3, what could we do to make your job easier so you can serve even more people to the level you do? This question is aimed at your top performers, the ones who have been with you through thick and especially thin, the ones that they're bought in. When did you ask them that last? And there's 2 reasons why you need to do this. Number 1, you must assume that your best people in today's highly competitive labor market have been and are being recruited by somebody else. You've got to. Somebody is more than happy to offer them way more money and promise them the moon just to get them for 6 to 12 months where they find out the grass isn't greener. You've got to keep that relationship engaged. Just like we did with external customers, you ask them those questions so they know what? So that they know you care about them, that they make a difference to your business. Same with your team, same with your vendors, those internal customer relationships. But here's the second reason why you need to. Career Builder had a study that showed the top 3 reasons why team members stay or why they leave. Number 3 was compensation. That makes sense, right? In today's world, costs are going up. Pay and benefits. But that was number 3. Number 2 was work-life balance, and that's moving up the scale. Believe it or not, people have lives outside of work. They have responsibilities outside of work. Work-life balance and a flexible work schedule, if you're in a company that can do that, ask them, is the schedule you currently have working for the responsibilities you have outside these walls? Ask your best people that. The answer probably most of the time will be, it's good. But what about those one-offs where there's something going on in their life that you don't know about, and some flexibility would be good? Those questions show that you care. But the number 1 reason why people stay or why they leave, recognition or the lack of it. We've hungered for that since we were children. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to flip the script on your team. You ready? Top, bought-in, best internal customers, your team members. Here's what I want you to do. John, I need to talk to you for a minute in my office. Did you all just feel that? Did you all feel that inside? That I'm getting a raise. I'm getting promoted. Oh, no, that's not what you felt inside. When your boss says, hey, I need to talk to you for a minute, what did you feel? Oh, Mrs. Smith complained again. Here we go. I said something, and so in that long, slow walk to the office, You're going to wait and sit down in the chair, and you are bracing yourself for owner leader saying, Mr. Smith called, said that every time he works with you, he gets what he needs, when he needs it, at the quality he expects it. I wanted to say thank you for that. He's one of our best clients. It makes a world of difference for our company. Is there anything we could do to make your job easier so you can serve Mr. Smith and your other clients even better? And then you shut up and you have a pen and paper ready to write. Does that ever happen to you? Oh, 2 caveats. You cannot do this at the annual review where you get the attaboy and here's the bonus check and let's go at it another year. Cannot be when they expect it. Cannot be when it's scripted. It's got to be random, out of the blue. Why? Because they will never forget it. Someone did that for me when I was in, who worked at a summer camp when they were a teenager? Who's worked at a summer camp? I had a director, same look. He's walking up the aisle towards me. I'm like, oh crap, he's gonna, say something to me. He said 2 sentences that changed my life. He said, John, at the beginning of the summer, I wasn't sure if you were going to make it as a counselor, but I can honestly say you're the best counselor we've got. And then he turned around and he walked away. 25 years ago. And I can still remember and feel it like it was yesterday. Recognition is powerful. You need to use it. Third type of customer, your inner circle. John, we don't bring our family to work with us. I'm going to pull the BS card out on this one. We are emotional beings, are we not? As a matter of fact, I'm patting my pocket because my phone is usually here. I keep the notifications on. Why? Because I want to know what's going on in my loved ones' lives. I want that text. I want that call. And so do you. Wait a minute. So I got to start digging into people's private lives? Whoa, no. Of course there's boundaries. But what have they shared with you? What have they said to you about their life? We just admitted my mom to the nursing home because she can no longer take care of herself. Best friend ever. Just diagnosed with cancer. It's terminal. Or on the positive side, we're going to Europe for our 25th anniversary. We've been planning for this for years. Our youngest child is going off to college. We're empty nesters. Those milestones, if they tell it to you, if they share it with you, they're giving you access to their world. Keep track of that. I was speaking in Toledo, and one of the ladies in the audience said, I have a supervisor who asks me every time she sees me, and this is a staff of 400 people, how is your mom, by first name, doing? Because she knew she admitted her mom to the nursing home and she wasn't doing well. She said, it means the world to me that my boss remembers my mom by name and asks me about that. Inner circle, but I'm going to hit below the belt a little bit here, and for myself as well. When was the last time you asked your loved ones, why did we get together in the first place? Why are we still together? What's one thing I could do that can make your life easier? I'm preaching to myself on that one because I got some work to do when I get home. I've been married to the same woman for 21 years. She's a rock star. I'm so grateful to have her, but she needs to hear that more often than on our anniversary when it's expected. Fourth type of customer. Nobody guesses this. This is by far the most important customer ever that you regularly interact with. It's you. It's you. I speak at healthcare conferences, boards of developmental disability, caregiving industries. The burnout level in those is so high. Why? Not enough self-care. Let me explain why this is the most loving thing you can do for those 4 types of customers, those 3 other types of customers. Why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. You have got to be intentionally pouring into yourself. That's why in the book, 5th Dimensional Customer Experience that I wrote, I give you 7 low-cost or no-cost tips on intentional self-care. People need the best from you. You need the best from you, and you cannot do that if you are not pouring into yourself. Self-care. You are the most important customer. When you're flying on a plane, who does the oxygen mask go on first? Your child? Senior citizen next to you? Nope. It always goes on you first. So I promised you I'd share with you the number one win-win tool that I used. Believe it or not, in 2016, I had zero social media connections and hardly any in-person. I was in a corporate role. All the work came to me. But when I got into sales, B2B sales in 2016, I looked into LinkedIn. I'm like, wow, this is a game changer. And it certainly was. I used that and a bunch of other things to break the record for my company. No experience in that industry. Over people that have been doing it for 25 years, 30%, broke the record by 30%. Why? There are 830 million users on LinkedIn, 200 countries. But the average person has less than 1,000 connections. They're on it less than once a week. It's a powerful platform. So I've got 2 minutes left. I'm going to tell you 3 of my top tips on LinkedIn of how I got from 0 to 28,000. LinkedIn is what got me on this stage. LinkedIn is what got me connected with that business coach in Switzerland. LinkedIn is what had me sitting across the table from a Hall of Fame athlete for 2 hours at a VIP dinner. I got pages of notes from that. I've had speaking engagements across the country and virtually overseas from LinkedIn. So here's the number one, connect. You got to connect. You get 150 connection requests a week. If you only did half of those at the end of a year, imagine how many you'd have even if only half of those connected with you. It's number one, and I've got some tips on how to connect like no one else does. Number 2, engage. When you're on the platform, engage. Like, share, comment. Comment more than great post. Comment with a sentence or 2, especially the people that you want to connect with or do more with. Engage. And then number 3, post. Post. I know some of you in this room, a lot of you in this room, financial services industry, I got it. You got a lot of regulations, a lot of hoops to jump through. I get it. But if you don't be that person that is not using LinkedIn. You're like, yeah, but I don't know what to do. Got it. So in May, I'm going to have a free webinar, totally free, where you can learn some of the best practices that I used to get to what I've achieved with LinkedIn. I'm the top 1% user on LinkedIn. And I'd love to share with you how to do that. So here's 2 ways you can do that. Go to my website, johndhanson.com, put in your email, or connect with me on LinkedIn. So that's your call to action. Take the very best care of your external, internal, inner circle, and yourself, and use LinkedIn. And I guarantee you, you combine all of those, you'll elevate your business and your career to the level of success it deserves. Thank you.